So today I'm going to be taking you through the marketing strategy for Junior Diarte and Mopo Clean. So first and foremost, Junior, I absolutely loved working on this. I think that it's absolutely brilliant that you are obviously very much kind of clued up on how growth is literally driven through strategy. So I think it's brilliant that you have come to a strategist to really just lay out the full foundation for you to get to the next level through marketing. So you have gone ahead with the personal branding package. But of course, for you, you and your business are very much intertwined. So I've just kept that in mind going through. So I've definitely integrated a lot of personal brand elements into this strategy, but I've also been very, very mindful of your objective to actually grow Mop O Clean. So the way that I would recommend that you use this strategy is I've created a very, very comprehensive document for you. And I would really recommend for you just to print out this whole entire strategy and really just to mark it up and make it your own. So some of the tactics that I'll be talking about and some of the things that I'll be talking about, you might want to do later down the line. I very much appreciate you're a busy businessman. You are actually operating the business. So you might just want to try some of these tactics soon, but I'm essentially going to give you a lot to think about and to get started with, okay? The way that I work is my biggest role is to essentially just prioritize the projects that will get you the best return on investment. So that is exactly what I'm going to be focused on during this strategy, okay? So it's basically just making sure that you're making the most out of your budget, which is, of course, isn't the highest. You mentioned you have 2,000 a month, okay? So let's get right into it. So I will be sharing with you in this video overview, a business overview, competitor analysis, a SWOT analysis, a little bit of a deep dive into the customer persona. So who are you actually targeting? Your positioning and messaging, and then the actual big chunky marketing strategy itself, okay? I've also got timeline measurement, evaluation, and budget, and some templates that you can actually get started with too. So I've essentially tried to make this as comprehensive and as easy for you to follow as possible. So from a brand perspective, your business objectives were quite broad, but essentially you want to position yourself as leader, promote services, and target new customers. And from marketing objectives, we want to build your online presence and convert leads into sales, okay? The third one is definitely would be the email, kind of building your own email database. So if you're not capturing a sale right there and then, you're able to capture later down the line. So that is also something that's really important, and you will see kind of woven into the strategy. So let's look at your competitors. So first and foremost, I looked at Maria and Maria. Okay, so it's really interesting to look at competitors because essentially it's just saving you budget, right? So by doing deep dives and looking where the traffic is coming from for competitors, we're able to essentially save you budget. So if I'm able to see the kind of ad campaigns that they keep investing in, the type of campaigns that they keep coming back to time and time again, we just know that that's essentially something that they are investing in. It's something that's working for them, okay? So in terms of Maria, you can see that in this business, the site had 2,000 monthly visits last month. 10% of the traffic was coming from social media, which is actually very, very good in terms of actually across the board. That's very, very high. So that's great. So search traffic contributes to 32%, which is also great. That means that they're doing such a good job across the board on their marketing that people are going ahead and actually searching directly for Maria Maria. They're using Facebook as their main platforms. They are definitely leveraging lots of different platforms to leverage local trust, especially Nextdoor. So that's actually a great one. They have high customer positive reviews, so they're using multiple platforms across Yelp and Google, and they're also very good at doing local marketing. Okay, here's a quick overview of their website. So you can see highlighting some testimonials, which is obviously a no-brainer. They're actually allowing for people to send gift certificates. This actually doesn't work that well in your industry, but it's just an interesting angle that they're taking there. And then they are enabling people to book an appointment right there and then online or through calls. And also very, very good little interesting part is they have a chat bot on their website. So chatbots work very, very well, even if it's just for email capture. Their online presence is very good. They're repurposing their content. They have 46 good reviews. They are being very much kind of on top of it when it comes to actually sharing new content, especially on Google. This is probably best of the best kind of very full profile on Google. So that's really good. They have Instagram profile that they are very much pushing and asking people to support them there, and the reviews, and they're also always pushing the call now and book online call to actions. So very, very good. Here's a little snapshot of their organic reach. They're actually not doing that much through their SEO, but still they're getting quite good organic traffic. So they're through their SEO efforts. You can see here is some of the words that are generating the most traffic for them. And they're seeing around 5,000 total traffic coming from SEO. And they have around 109 backlinks. I would say you have to take all of these stats with a pinch of salt. Only the actual competitor, only the actual business knows themselves where their traffic is coming from. So this is just using marketing tools. Basically, I use SEMrush to generate this. I don't know if you're aware of it. In terms of social, Maria company's doing a really good job, just being they just are very good at actually posting very accurate and very timely content. So they definitely have a good team behind them. They're very good at collecting feedback and reviews, which works very well in your industry. Also, repurposing is something that is really, really, really great. So essentially, they're just posting very similar content across all their platforms. So of course, that just saves them time. They also share tips on how to clean. They have seasonal marketing campaigns and personalized marketing campaigns. And also they highlight their eco-friendly green cleaning products, which actually is something that I know that you do, and is also that just works really well in your industry. Here's a little snapshot of their social media content. They share quite a lot of different little videos. So in your industry, so Maria is a great example of a business that does not get very good engagement, very high engagement. And that actually doesn't matter, because when like businesses like yours, it's very seldom that they will go viral. However, if you're hitting the right kind of demographic, then that works really, really well. They're actually running direct call ads, which works really, really, really well. So basically when someone's searching, when they're interested, but actually just know that there's so many typos here. This is horrendous. But but the good thing is that they're running call ads. So they are looking for direct calls. Okay, so looking at target audience, this is really important because essentially we just want to be very granular with who we are speaking to. Okay, so that's why it's really important to get this right. So we have two personas that I've created here. One is B2C, one is B2B. We have Samantha Roberts and we have James Thompson. Okay, so Samantha Roberts, she's in the Bay Area, of course. She has an income of 120,000 annually. She's a property manager. She manages a portfolio of upscale properties. She requires consistent, high quality cleaning, and she needs someone that's reliable and also discreet, someone that is that can handle the high nature of her profiles. She's also has some pain points and frustrations that we can absolutely tackle with our marketing, and she has very good spending habits. James Thompson has 200,000 annually. He lives in a large, luxurious home in a prestigious neighborhood. He's a busy exec. He values clean and well-maintained home, but pretends not to manage the details himself. Okay, so this is our B2C client. And essentially, these two, you can imagine, our messaging will be quite different. With James Thompson, he is looking for comprehensive cleaning, trustworthiness. He needs to trust the person, specialized care. And his pain points are inconsistent quality, lack of personalization. Also, he has the budget, right? So he just needs the support. So these two, you can imagine, our marketing will be quite different for them. So this is obviously a more lucrative client for us, so Samantha Roberts. And James Thompson is also someone that we should tap into as a source of potential referrals. So maybe he can refer some new clients to us through his network too. So let's look at the strategy. I like to break my strategies into essentially these two are the most important phases, phase one and phase two. Okay. So a lot of marketers will dive into marketing tactics. So they'll basically say, okay, so do some ads, do some of this, do some of that. And that's what's going to get you traffic. And that's what's going to get you leads and sales. But actually from a personal branding and also just a brand building, business building perspective, the foundation is the most important part. So what does the brand look like? So the brand identity, brand look, feel, and messaging. What does the website and customer journey look like? The landing pages, lead magnets, and resources to capture emails. So again, like I mentioned earlier, really important for us to start to build our own email data lists. so that if we're not selling right there and then, at least we're selling a little bit later. Email automation to support that. So basically this becomes our little funnel and our engine inside the business that's just going to, once you set it up, and this isn't very cost kind of heavy, it's just time heavy, resource heavy. Once this is set up, you're able to run email marketing campaigns, do lots of testing during phase 2, but it all actually lands. There's actually, if you are, for example, running ads and someone goes onto your website, they leave their email address, you're able to sell to them and sell to them and sell to them, and until they actually become a customer. Okay, so this is really, really important. Otherwise, if this foundation is not set and it's missing, then basically you're just wasting money on just driving traffic to your site and not generating sales, which is not what we want. And then phase 2 is, of course, marketing and promotion. So I've got lots of ideas around exactly how to drive traffic and some of the lower hanging fruit. So with our budget, it is quite low and limited to 2,000. So I've put SEO, social media, LinkedIn, paid ads, partnerships, and outreach strategies. So this is a lot, and I definitely have prioritized what I think will get you the best results, but I also want you to just review and think what is manageable for you, and then just maybe move some of the elements later down the line. So maybe you want to rejig some of this, which is totally what I recommend. Like I said, print this out, mark it up. Maybe, for example, you're like, okay, this is easy for me to do. LinkedIn, I'm already on LinkedIn. I can easily make these updates and I can easily go ahead with that. Maybe paid ads is something I want to try last. So it's totally up to you. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to be covering the engagement strategy and monitoring analytics. So let's look at the brand tone of voice. I've reworked your slogan. So I'm recommending impeccable cleaning by a trusted team in San Francisco. This highlights the fact that you are trusted. Trust is a big thing in your industry, as I mentioned in the customer personas I put in place. And just a quick side note on the customer personas. Once you actually start to run campaigns, you can look back on your data and really just get very, very granular and start to update those, okay? And that is the same with this whole entire marketing strategy. It's a living and breathing document. So as you start to see results, you're able to actually fine tune this and basically keep evolving this. This is not something that's set in stone forever and always, okay? With this kind of work, you're always going to be basically feeding the live data into it, and you're going to know, okay, we tested this already, let's move on to the next thing, or let's try a different variation of this, okay? But just back to the slogan. So this is essentially just really touching on absolutely everything that both of those personas are looking for. So both B2C, B2B. So I think this is just basically a very, very strong, but also local kind of approach. The only other element that you may want to add into this is the eco side of it, okay? Because actually eco-friendly materials, the fact that you use those is really, really great. But I have included that in a couple slides time. Tone of voice. This is really important as you start to work with other people. You want to really just make sure they're maintaining, and like freelancers or, as you start to grow, you want to make sure you've actually solidified your tone of voice. So I've got here, and I hope you agree, that you come across as a business as trustworthy, confident, assured, empathetic, and expert. So you're basically sharing your expertise. So you're very much conveying quiet confidence and exclusivity. Okay, so really, really, really good. So calm confidence, professional, all these words are absolutely what describes you. So I hope you agree with that. In terms of messaging, we've got 3 different things that I just want to make sure we're distilling across the brand. So trusting, expert cleaning in San Francisco, invited only by discerning, where quality means trust. So very kind of exclusive. This is more for the high-end customers. Experience care beyond clean, exceptional service for exceptional homes. Okay. So the one thing that I really did not want to do is just alienate anybody. So I didn't want to seem like we are too high end. I feel like we can kill all birds with one stone. So we don't want to be too out of reach, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we are trusted, we are expert, and we know what we're talking about. So it's a no-brainer to work with us, right? Positioning, so trust-centric service, holistic home care providers, not just cleaners, high-end yet approachable. Brand story, so definitely wanting to share and develop a brand story that highlights your journey, and really just adding a personal touch. This is really, really important around building trust and expertise. You can share this on your website, your socials, absolutely everything, okay? And also client communications. So I'm not going to go into all the slides here, but I just definitely recommend for you just to review it and just to really share the background. People love to work with a person, and I just really love what you're doing with the business as an owner. So from that perspective, I would strongly recommend just for you to share even more and more. In terms of just giving face to your business from a personal branding standpoint, I've included a little mood board here. And I use Pinterest, as you can see, and I just really recommend for you to do the same. It's just to review and find some images that you like and basically hire a very cost effective. You can even find on Airbnb experiences in your area. You can find a local photographer that can take some photos of you. Okay, so I would recommend for you just to get into a nice suit as you are in your LinkedIn photo and just basically take some new photos. Maybe if you have your like a couple cleaners that you can take photos with, so it just looks like you're an actual expert team, right? So you're just sharing a little bit about your face and you're not just using stock imagery like most businesses do. Okay, this is just a little exercise. I've done photo shoots like this for $100. I'm not joking, from Airbnb experiences. Okay, and also you can just reach out on Facebook groups and find some local, like students that are looking to build their portfolio and just ask them to take some photos. The most important part when you're using low cost photography and videographers is just to be very clear in what you want in terms of output. That's why this mood board is really important. So even if you were able to get a few of these shots like professional kind of looking, then I think that would be great, and just find some with cleaning stuff. In terms of your branding and what it looks like, actually what I recommend a lot of the time, which works extremely well for businesses like yours because you don't have a huge budget, is actually just using templates. And actually, a lot of my clients have never heard of this. This is actually $15. Okay. So let's have a look what it is. This is a cleaning business bundle. Okay. So you've got cleaning forms, logo, service agreement, cleaning bundles, flyer, cleaning business cards, cleaning social media. This is insane. This is so much content. Okay. So, and it basically, you just go ahead and purchase this and you get all of these templates directly into your Canva account. And you can have a free Canva account, just basically download it. So you can get your business cards printed for very, very cheap. All of this is customizable. Um, Thank you card, business card, review card, loyalty card, reminder card, and gift card. It's absolutely incredible. So you're able to leave one of these cards every time you do a clean, okay, in your guest's home. So it's just really brilliant. So, for example, I just really love this type of typography. I think that works very well. But basically you can customize absolutely everything, and you can see the social media templates. They just look really, really great, and actually everything's already included, so you literally just need to download it and post them. So basically there's a lot to help you with. You're not actually reinventing the wheel. You just want to be the biggest and the best in your local area. Okay, so with Instagram you have 71 highlights in various styles, price, about, before, terms. You can include some of the beautiful imagery you have from your before and afters clean. So very, very easy to edit and just absolutely brilliant. If you don't like this specific bundle, there is so many more out there. Okay, so you can definitely just have a look at different colors, but I just think this one works very, very well for you. And there's just so much that you can play with it. So you can see it there, you can download it there and buy it there. Digital card. So this is also something that works really, really well. So you're able to actually, and I've just basically, normally for a client that has a bigger budget, I would recommend to buy to actually go ahead and work with a graphic designer to create all of this bespoke. So for you at this stage, you just don't need that. That is totally overkill. Okay, so I think just buying some of these bundles, even just the first one that I shared, is going to be great. So again, just have a look, review in full, and just decide what you want. Your current website is okay. It's not something that needs changing immediately. However, there are other routes and there are other ways to make a very luxury looking website because you are trying to work with luxury clients. This is something that's foundational. Your website is the window store to your whole entire business. So I just wanted to share this. These are templates that are using WordPress and Elementor. In the back end, they are drag and drop, so you're able to edit them yourself. However, in the front end, to where what your customers see, they look absolutely exquisite. They look like you've spent basically like hundreds of thousands on it. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the demo. So you can see here, $30 for this, and I'm on the live preview now. So let's see. Inside this one template, there's 5 actual websites that you could use. So let's have a look at what this one looks like. Again, there is many, many, many different ones. So home cleaning, office cleaning. Okay, so let's look. So you can just see how this is very much just like everything is moving when I click it. Get a quote page. I don't know why it's been so slow, but it's just a very comprehensive, kind of beautiful looking website. So it's just something that you could want to look into at the next stage. This would obviously be your logo and not this thing. Everything is customizable and everything is moving and grooving, and it's just, yeah, I just really, really vouch for these type of websites because honestly, again, a lot of clients spend thousands and thousands, like normally 30,000 is how much it would cost to create a website like this. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you this, that there's other ways. However, this isn't kind of the biggest priority right now. And I've just got another template here that you can have a look at, but even cheaper. Oops. So again, there's just lots of possibilities that are already out there. So I just really want to kind of demystify the fact that marketing and all of these things should be super difficult and hard to do because they shouldn't. I just want to show you this demo too because I actually like this one much better than the first one. So this is like a little preloader and then this website. So you see how it's just clean, seamless, many years experience with beautiful faces. These work really well when you're actually showing how many businesses and everything you worked with. This is like best of the best type of business. You could have your beautiful face there and yeah, I think it just works really, really well. So just wanted to share that with you just to kind of open your mind up to the possibilities. But in terms of your current website, here is what I recommend for you to change. This is a checklist. So go through it step by step and just update that. New section on the website, how it works. So exactly what happens and when. Do you have to go through onboarding? What questions do you ask them? How do you get the full quote? Exit pop-up, just giving a little bit of a discount will work well. So just to make sure that because we will be driving traffic to the website, that we are doing everything we can to capture and make sales. A powerful call to action, getting a free estimate. And then this is a really important slide on the actual customer journey. Where are we taking the customers? So when they come from, an external source like blogs or LinkedIn, they go to the profile, they go to the website. So for example, your LinkedIn page, your website landing, quote form completion, service booking, discount offer, follow-up email, post-service feedback. Okay, so it's really important. Your LinkedIn profile, again, I've got a step-by-step of everything that needs to be activated. You don't have very many connections. This is something we can automate and just improve on, even through using a tool like Octopus CRM. Okay, you're able to automate basically building your connection list. You can get a free link tree landing page, which is similar to this. And basically, this is what I recommend for it to have. So, see your work before and after cleaning results on your website, that page, follow for cleaning tips, read customer reviews, claim first time discount, explore services, book a free estimate, easy peasy. And it's just got everything you need in one go instead of just driving them directly to your website. Feedback loop is also really important. So we want to make sure that we're just getting as much reviews as possible. Reviews work so well in your industry. It's unbelievable. Lead magnets is a way that we capture your competitor your the traffic that we're driving, their email addresses. Okay, so here's just some ideas. This could easily be done on very low budget. Resources to position yourself as an expert. So like an ebook, posts and articles work very, very well. Email automation, I've created some automated emailers for you to set up. So this is really important. These are just templates, so you will need to still edit them or work with a content writer or just tweak them yourself for now, just based on your budget. SEO, I did a quick analysis on your website, and here are some keyword suggestions on what we want to actually start to ranking for. I'm not sure how much you know about SEO, but essentially SEO is just free traffic. So everything like most marketers talk about is paid traffic. So you have to pay like for example, pay ads to get paid traffic. But SEO is something that is an ongoing marketing strategy that you are able to see results from time and time again. If you create content using the same keywords, like the ones on the right hand side here, essentially over time, you're able to drive traffic to people that are searching for these keywords in your area, especially when they're typing in location-based keywords, and you will be coming up on Google top of the search, or at least on the first page of search, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so this is a very comprehensive view of how to do that. Typically, clients will work with an SEO agency to do this. Okay, but still, just so you're aware, this is how it kind of works. And then local SEO. A big part of SEO and basically getting to what I just mentioned is blog articles. So you can do that very easily using an AI tool like ChatGPT. And I've got some beautiful examples for you here, okay? Especially targeting the higher end, because that's exactly what we wanted to do. From a social media perspective, there is a lot of content that you can post and you can create. So essentially, what we do with marketing is, with a marketing strategy, is we create content pillars. Okay, all that that means is it's just content themes. So here I've created four. Okay, so we've got the trust and transparency, behind the scenes, expert cleaning, client satisfaction, before and after, season objectives, and deep cleaning. Okay, so these are all just absolutely beautiful. This is just the kind of the four that I would recommend for us to get started with. If you start to see more engagement on a couple of these, or maybe two or three of these, then I would just double down and just kind of move on. Post design. So again, I already shared with you one template for beautiful cleaning services, but here's just another one for social, real designs. So there's just lots that you can kind of start to play with, and it just depends on what you like as from a personal branding perspective. Okay, in terms of platform strategy, I don't want to overwhelm you, so I would recommend that you just start with LinkedIn and you keep on. Sorry, with LinkedIn, you build your LinkedIn for the higher end, and I've got your strategy for you here and strategy for my pro clean. Okay, so you want to just make sure that you're doing the kind of just repurposing is the main thing that I want you to get away from. That I want you to take away from here. Okay, so just repurposing, so you're using the same content across all your platforms. Okay, some beautiful inspiration again. Reminder: you won't be ever seeing huge amounts of engagement. And then finally, one of the really important aspects is ads, because essentially now platforms, social media platforms, are making it extremely difficult for anyone to be seen by their potential clients without paying the platform, basically. So all platforms want to be paid. They want you to be running ads. So I've just created a Google search campaign, which will be the easiest type of ad for you to run, because it's people looking directly in your industry. Okay. So with these, I want you to keep in mind, people want affordable. So I've got affordable office cleaning, affordable. It is a big word because people are looking for trustworthy, someone that's been vetted, and also cost effective. Okay, so these are really important. And then also just direct call extensions work very well. So here's some examples, just direct call link extensions. From a LinkedIn perspective, I've got some ideas around how you can start to build your personal brand more through long form articles and case studies and video explainers. This will work very, very well. Here's an example content calendar. This is like the next stage from where you're at right now. I know I'm covering a lot, but basically the way that you would phase it is phase one needs to be fixed first. And then with all of this is what you want to work towards. So this slide is really showing you what you want to work towards in terms of a content calendar. So monthly content creation that will be coming out from the business. Okay. You can also hire a beautiful little assistant to do all of this for you very, very easily. Your business is not that difficult for a marketing manager to actually manage and execute on. Okay, so I totally 100% appreciate that for you this is a lot, because it is, you're operating the business, and then I'm telling you, you now have to look after a content calendar. I know it's a lot, but to be honest with you, it's always going to be a lot to get a business off the ground. There's just a lot that needs to happen. Okay, so I'm just being very, very realistic with you. I could have kind of dropped this off, but this is just an example content calendar. Okay, and this is what most clients will have. The other way that we can start to approach generating leads is through a LinkedIn outreach strategy. This works very, very well. Again, I'm just going to add to this slide what you should be using, which is my recommendation would be to use something like Octopus CRM. It's a paid LinkedIn outreach automation tool, but then you don't have to do it. Okay. So you're basically just loading in the type of people you want to do outreach to. So using your customer personas and saying, okay, I want to outreach people local in my area with X amount of officers, X amount of employees, for example, and or in this industry, and you're basically doing this automation sequence. You're inputting these messages, and that is pretty much it. Partnerships is also a no-brainer, and of course a part of the B2B strategy. So I've got the outreach proposal here drafted, which could work very well for you, a pilot program, and then also an outreach plan just for the B2B clients for Mopo Clean too. Okay, so a personalized letter. I've also got a few marketing initiatives that we can do with additional budget. So once you start to see results from some of the things that I just covered, I've got some email templates for feedback, for referral program. Referral program will work so well for you with your current customers and your network. And finally, the measurement and analytics. Everything that I covered today should absolutely be tracked and measured. So if you are working with a team, this is obviously easier, but there's different metrics that we put against everything that I covered. So email marketing, you look at delivered, bounced, unsubscribed, and other marketing activities, you look at cost per click, cost per acquisition, customer acquisition cost, and paid user conversion rates, and all that good stuff. Okay, so you're always looking at your numbers basically. In terms of prioritizing your strategy, this is how I recommend that you start to approach it. But again, you might want to rejig some of it. That is totally up to you because only you know your kind of your capacity. And then I've also included some templates here. So you can have a look. This is actually could be quite useful to you, but especially for a team. We actually use inside my agency when we work with clients, Asana for project management. But because you don't have a team right now, this could be something that you could even just, you could have a look at of how we normally phase out projects. So phases, this is just a template. Again, I just give this to all my clients. And then also, in case you're wondering, here is a rough breakdown of a marketing budget of how much it costs to work with an agency. Okay, so just going back to the strategy, I've also included some additional resources. ChatGPT and AI, as I'm sure it is already, should be your best friend. So I strongly recommend for you to watch my workshop here on using ChatGPT for small businesses here, or at least just spending some time on YouTube and just really learning how to use and how to really just make the most out of it because it's absolutely brilliant. I've also included 100, more than 100 lead generation email templates, which could be useful to you. So I definitely would say just get access to it here. And then also AI tools for business cheat sheet. You can download it here, which is this screenshot that I've got on the right hand side here. There are so many tools out there now that can really help support you on execution of some of the things that I talked about now. So if you do have any questions, like I said, my strongest recommendation is just to print this out and to go through it. I know this is information overload. Hopefully this video also just kind of guided you a little bit through everything that I'm sharing with you. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I absolutely loved working on this for you. I think that you honestly have a beautiful future ahead of you because I can see from the reviews you're very much kind of a very smart businessman. And I'm really, really happy that I was able to support you on this. So like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always around. Otherwise, I would love to ask for you to leave a review. It really makes the biggest difference. You have no idea. But again, just thanks so much. And I will speak to you soon.